Hi, Stitch.
Hi!
Welcome to the Pattern Queens episode number 31. Today is Saturday,
Saturday.
23rd. I am Laura,
And I'm Keisha.
and this is a channel about cross-stitch.
And friendship. And rambles and lots of shenanigans. And lately, more rambles than usual.
Yeah! So, yes. We're filming a little early today because tomorrow we are going to do a series of collaboration videos with our friends in Missouri. And we're hoping we're going to bring you maybe some people you haven't watched before on Flosstube, and maybe let you catch up with some people that you have watched on Flosstube.
Right. And there will probably be even more rambles and shenanigans in those videos.
Absolutely.
We're bad influences.
I was going to say we got quite a few comments this week, and let's see, my volume is off, so I should be able to tap it. So Lynette Davies thinks that we are so organized and seem to be getting a lot done for Mania. That's all because of Keisha.
Well, and it's all because of you. We're only organized because we're keeping each other organized.
It's fabulous. So when we were planning, Keisha goes, well, tell me what you're going to do, and then I'll coordinate with you.
Right.
And there are a lot of things that we both wanted to start. And then there were a lot of, like, the one that I'm starting today that I haven't started yet, the Satsuma Street, really makes me think of the one that you have for your, in memory of your grandfather.
Right, because they both have the word forest in them. So yeah, we just kind of played off each other. We either started the same thing on the same day, or something with a similar theme, or even something by the same designer. So
yes. So if you want a successful Mania, I say get a buddy and maybe try and at least plan to start things on the same day so that you can really be in there. And like, I want to do things so that I can, I don't want to let Keisha down.
Right, and same. I know that you're going to send me a picture and be like, look at all of this. And so I'm like, I better stitch so I can do the same.
I have a straight line to show you today. You'll love it. So I was trying to see, and Clothesline Crafts Caroline, same thing. She says she loves how we coordinated our starts. And Michelle loves your Abra. And I think last week she said, I love seeing your faces. And it cracked me up because I was like, yep, that's how I feel. Got to get on these faces.
Right. Well, and Abra loves you, Michelle. She keeps saying every time she sees mine that she needs to get hers back out. And I'm like, the best thing about Abra is she's always waiting for you.
And I've been teasing Deanna, and you guys will see in plans, I'm starting a joy ornament tomorrow. And I've been trying to get my friend Deanna to stitch it for me ever since it came out, and she stitched it for her other friend.
Why do people think they have to have more than one friend?
And she said to tell you, good luck at being back in the office.
Oh, yeah, I had a really good week back at the office. It was nice to see all of my coworkers again. We're a pretty small office, and so, we've all kind of know each other pretty well. And I haven't been at work for a month and a half, so I go in and the first comments were, look at your stomach! Which, if you don't know, I'm pregnant, so it wasn't a mean thing. It was just a, hey!
Did you want to say, look in my belly? Okay, that was a little over the top, huh?
Well, you're a little over the top, Laura, and that's why we love you.
That's some of that silliness. Hey, I wanted to quickly show you guys some stuff in the Love You More shop this week. Ooh. We did British Invasion, and so we found this great Hey Jude fabric.
I love that.
And inside, we used one of our favorites, the really pretty blue with the silver foil. And then this one, we call this Love Is All You Need. And that's what it says. And I love those hippie buses.
Yes.
Aren't they fabulous? And the inside of this one is just real sweet little drops that match the background fabric. And then the one more of these is Yellow Submarine.
Nice.
See the submarines, and it's got a lot of the lyrics floating around on it. And so, And inside it, now we love this kind of retro, watery looking.
That's
So
cute. You could put together the insides of those last two sleeves and have yourself a nice turquoise thing going on.
Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know if they would actually go. They may show a little different on your screen. But I wanted to show you, this is my full size. And this, here, I'll turn it over the right way. And this is a standard. So that's the difference in size in our two sleeves. And we have switched labels, at least for a while. We're trying this out. Look at that bunny.
Love it.
That's the Love You More stuff that I thought I would just bring and share.
Nice.
So, and that's kind of fun stuff. And Katie and I did Black Needle Society announcement last night.
Yes.
So all 3 designers for our nice list, the nice list box that will be our I'm so brain dead, the words. It will be our Advent box.
Yes.
That you can get either as a 12-day box or a full 25-day box. And the 3 designers we got are so amazing.
It's amazing. It's basically like a list of some of my top favorite designers.
So we have Janine from the Blue Flower, and she's already got a design and sent it back to us, and it looks so cool.
Wow.
We're so like she just whipped that thing out.
Wow.
And, yeah. And then we also have Cheryl at the Tiny Modernist.
Man.
Yeah, really exciting. And then we just yesterday announced Michelle Garrett, Bendy Stitchy Designs.
One of my personal faves.
And everybody was like, well, duh. So we loved it. And but Michelle asked if she could be in the box, which is really sweet. That really touches us, means a lot.
She didn't even ask to be in the box. We were going to ask her to be in the box.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear Katie. She said she didn't even have to ask to be in the box. We were going to ask her to be in the box. So.
Right. And when you told me that 3 designers were designing things for the box, I was like, okay, one's Michelle.
And tomorrow we will be announcing the day 25 vendor for the full box.
That's exciting. This is an exciting one.
What's in here? Oh, I can't get to the box. I was going to show you the box we're going to ship in, but it's kind of gotten piled on here because I'm at Katie's workspace too. Like right next to me here, I am touching her sewing machine. So you guys get to see all the books, but work happens right here by the window. So anyway, the day 25 vendor we will announce tomorrow. We are so excited. Our 25-day boxes will be capped at 50 boxes because of the handmade nature of the item that is on day 25. And we are so excited about it. We are so excited.
So excited that you couldn't keep it a secret from me.
And I'm trying to think how many other people Katie told.
Katie told.
And the other thing, okay, so the 25-day box is a value of over $300, and we are selling that box for $185 plus shipping. But we also have the option to use it. The plan is called Lay-Buys, and it is a program that's meant to interface with Shopify, which is what we use for our shop, theblackneedlesociety.com. And you can go in and choose to make a 30, 40, or 50% deposit, and then it'll let you choose to make 1 additional payment or 2 additional payments.
Awesome.
Katie's going to have some information out about that. So you can split it up, and there is a one-time convenience fee with them, which is fairly low. Katie thinks it's about $6-ish, maybe a little bit more. But the other thing is that we have the 12-day box, which is valued over $150, and that box will be on sale for $85. And it's also not coming out December 1st through 12th. It'll be counting down. So you'll actually get days 13 through 24.
Yeah, and with that 12-day box, you get all of the designers that you just mentioned.
Yes, yes. And I do think that you will already know, if you peek and pay attention to social media, you will know who one designer is. But I think that's it. I think we've worked out a way to make it so that we're still kind of talking which things go in which day order.
Right.
So we'll figure it out. Katie's giving me funny looks up here. So the other bit, oh, you froze for me.
Oh, am I still here? Okay.
You're there. The other bit of news that we told yesterday on the Black Needle, and we're on Instagram as at the Black Needle Society, is that we have just decided we're going to go ahead with this because we just keep thinking of things. And, you know, when all of that just keeps flooding your brain, you might as well just do it and share it with the people and let the people enjoy it. So we will be putting out a 13 days of Halloween box.
Ooh, exciting.
It will have a different name than that. I mean, we've talked about so much stuff for it already. I don't even know what all is going into it. There's a fall box out there for pre-order right now. And if you get the fall box, we really had a long discussion about it and decided that we wanted to keep fall and not Halloween, because we know there are people who just don't enjoy Halloween.
Right.
We wanted to have a fall box, but it has some beautiful things in it. So it will be a lovely fall box.
Right.
But we kept finding fun Halloween ideas, and so we've put another box together.
And so when can we pre-order the Christmas things?
Oh, thank you. See, you're so good at keeping me on track.
Well, I just need to know when to get my money together.
I think we did have a countdown clock up, and she's checking that now to see if it's still active. Those go on sale at 11 a.m. Monday, the 25th. So
and that's Central Standard Time.
Right. Are we in Standard Time or Daylight Time now? Maybe
Daylight Time. I don't know.
That's Katie always says Central Standard Time, and I'm like, people, it's just Central Time, whatever that is.
It's the time that it is in Chicago.
Yeah, that's the one you have to choose. Katie's telling me the count. Oh, are you saying thumbs up to her? Okay. I thought she was telling me the countdown clock is still going. I think
I'm going to put it up.
She's going to put one up so you can, you can follow that too. Anyway, that's enough of that stuff. Do you have anything you want to tell us about? What's your big thing tomorrow? What are you going to do?
Well, tomorrow, okay. So I have not seen my family since at least February, and that was my mom. Everyone else, my dad and my brothers, I have not seen since January. And recently, my dad works in healthcare, and so, they're doing testing of people. They tested him, made sure he's not positive for COVID-19 at all, and which means probably the rest of my family living in that house isn't either. So I'm like, well, this is the perfect time to go visit my parents. So I think we're going to Sunday, after we finish filming the collaboration video, we are headed out to go see my parents because I have not seen them, and my mom is ready to feel this baby kick. I'm going to walk in the door. She's going to put her hand immediately on my stomach, I'm sure, and not leave me until he kicks.
That's so awesome.
So I'm very excited about that.
And I know you've been feeling a little isolated because of all of the restrictions with COVID. And
Right. So
I'm really glad for you.
Yeah. And then my mom told me, I thought my brothers were going to have to work tomorrow, and both of my brothers still live with my parents. And I talked to her today, and she's like, oh yeah, your brothers both took the day off.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so I'll get to see both of my brothers and see my dad, and my mom is making tacos and burritos for dinner, so I'm very excited.
Is she getting, okay, wait, is it beans that you get from the place in town?
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I think she's just gonna make everything, which is fine.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so can we talk Finnish for a minute?
Yes, let's talk finishes.
Because you know what? I don't know if I can get there. I have one down in here, but I piled everything in on top of it. When I film in Katie's room, I bring a little bag, a Joanne bag usually, with all the stuff in it so that I can just reach in here and pull it all out, and then I toss it all back in. Okay, so one of my starts this week was Be Well by Jeanette Douglas, and I started and finished it because it is itty bitty.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And this is, I want to say it's called Misty Harbor Blue Linen, probably from Zweigert before. It's either Zweigert or Witchelt. Mm-hmm. But this fabric is more than 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I was in a Fabric of the Month club, and they sent us these little 1/16 yard cuts. And I just don't often stitch small things.
Right.
I mean, I stitch kind of in between things, you know, and I don't stitch great huge things, but Katie's cat is all kinds of happy up here. She is like stretched out on the cross stitch fabric. But anyway, so I did this, and I got all of the called for colors and used them, and it was a lot. I don't know that you would need all the over dyes, but darn, that was a sweet little piece.
Yeah. What was the red in there? Your red flowers.
There are 4 different colors in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I would have to look it up for you to tell you what they are, but yeah, 4 different colors.
Wow.
So that's my finish.
I did not even come close to a finish this week, everyone. So nothing for me.
Okay, and stash. I have like stash galore because Katie is getting back into buying stuff since she started stitching, and it has just been like crazy.
Great.
So,
and I know a little bit of stash, but it's just a few colors of DMC that I needed, and Laura was nice enough to get that DMC for me and deliver it and hang it on my doorknob because I was at work at the time.
Yeah, so when we head to the cross stitch shop or the craft store, I usually call Keisha and say, do you need anything? Or I message her and say, do you need anything?
Oh, I do have another piece of stash.
Oh, what'd you get?
That reminds me, because I joked that I would need you to kit this up for me. So I've been looking for something to stitch for the baby's room. And I've seen some things, and not everything calls out to me. But then I saw this in the Hade Facebook group. So it's a Heaven and Earth Designs, but it's a mini. It's going to be 13 by 13 inches if I use 25 count stitching over 1. But look at this.
That's so cute. You're going to do the room in sheep, yeah?
Yes. And this is called a Cheeky Escape. And the artwork is done by Lucy Pittaway. And there are a couple of other really sweet patterns in this style that have sheep. But that's my new stash. So now I have to kit it up.
And I was telling Keisha, I saw a picture online. I can't even think where. And, no. I think it was actually Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World.
Oh,
Judy.
right.
So you might go back and look through her Instagram album and see if she posts it. She used some fabric from Ship's Manor that is bright blue like that and has some clouds in it. And it's really pretty. And I said, that way you would be that far ahead. Maybe he would only be 4 when you finish.
Right. Yeah, because whenever I showed this to my husband, he's like, oh, so he'll get it for his 5th birthday? I was like, yes, that is the nature of a Heaven and Earth design piece. And I showed it to Michelle. I sent Michelle a message and I was like, oh man, I really like this, but I don't know. And that was the full-size version, which is like a couple feet by a couple feet. And she said, you can request a Hade as a mini. And I was like, oh yeah. So that's what I did.
That's so fun. I have all the stuff, and I'm going to show you one little thing that I got. There is a Facebook group called Dying for Cross Stitch. And she puts things out every week. And so a couple weeks ago, I got this floss. It's called Precious Metals.
That is so pretty.
I'll just get close. And I mean, it's kind of like all the colors in her tag. Really a pretty one. and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I wanted to get her floss just to try it out.
Right. That's so pretty.
Yeah, that's a fun one. And then Katie and I have been at the cross stitch shop a couple times this week. We just got back today, right before Keisha and I filmed. Let's see which bag this is. You're going to hear lots of crinkle because I got to get it all out. Well, I have a bag of floss, and I'm not even going to mess with pulling it out. It's a lot of DMC and some of my overdyes finally came in at CC's.
Oh.
She gave us, this is Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks. She gave us this cute freebie design, these two freebie designs.
Oh, wow.
That they designed together. And here's what's interesting. They tell us, they give us the colors, and unless you can see it says Diane or Nikki over here. So you know who did what.
Right.
And so it's just cute. They each did the same design a little different. Then the other one, they gave me this one, which is another Project Quarantine, and it was a free design.
Oh, wow.
So, well, it wasn't a free design. It wasn't a very expensive design. Let me say it that way. It was on the counter, and it was like that last minute stuff where you just have to buy. Impulse buy. So the other thing I got is Summer ABCs by Little House, and I think you can see this. I'm going to go up. It's just these long ones. And if you guys remember, they're all my colors. Look how pretty. Ooh. If you guys remember, I did Turtles All the Way Down last year. And I did it on that banding. So I had this idea in the back of my head that I wanted to do this on the banding. So they printed me off a sheet with all of the color choices on it. And I think this one I'm going to do on blue because we decided that would show the best. But my idea is that I'm going to stitch each of those on a different piece of that Simplicity banding from Witchell.
Oh, wow. That's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. So then today, look, today's bag is significantly and this is Katie and I together. This is not all me. So some things, Katie bought all of the chalk floss that they had.
Well, yeah, she needs them for all of her chalk patterns that she's stitching.
Oh, yes. And we watched Kathy Haberman's Flosstube yesterday. And Katie's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have to get the rest of those.
Right.
So, okay, I'm just going to kind of dump this out and then put things back in. I think, so she has these, and she has these pretty things. I'm just going to like hold them all up together.
Show my whole floss stuff.
Because I don't have, I didn't say what they were for. So there's that part. And then let's get rid of the bulky stuff down here because it's what's making everything slide. Okay, so this is for me. Mariner's Map from Legacy Linen. I'm excited about this.
Ooh, yeah.
Use this for my forest.
Oh, nice. That'll look so good.
And it is 30 count, so it'll be a nice, easy size to use. And then Katie bought herself, we found this company that Cece said they saw at market, and they said these people were like moving. So Fiber on a Whim. And they do have a website, and they're on Instagram, right? Katie tagged them in one of our Black Needle Society stories. So this one is Old Gold. And it is, I should check it out, but you know, it's gorgeous. And then the other one, she got some Weeks Dye Works straw. So there's that one. She pulled this out. So these are close to the same color, but this is the nicest feeling linen. I got this really close and showed Keisha a piece earlier. from them in a different colorway. So I'll get it real close for you guys too and see if you can see it. So
Wow.
that is the weave of their fabric, which I think is really nice. And that's what it looks like.
Wow.
It's really pretty stuff. And they evidently show some quilting fabric too. So there was all sorts of stuff. Katie's up here showing me that she has a...
Asking if you want to show them.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay.
There is a floss toss posted on our Black Needle Society that's for the Frogwarts retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was, what color was that?
This one?
That was the old gold. Okay, I also got parchment.
Mm.
And I think, I don't know if this is, if she has the smaller piece and this is what she has stuff laid out on.
Yep.
This one has a little bit of a green cast. Are you getting that?
A little bit. It looks more gray.
It is so pretty. Get real close and
Wow.
it's just a pretty. Can I throw this at you to put back in here? Thank you.
You can never have enough neutrals.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there's more to come. So then we also got Souvenirs of the Heart Star Spangled Spectacular from With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais.
Mm-hmm.
And then Katie got a new constellation from Plum Street Samplers. Everybody's been showing that. I'm sure you guys have seen it. There, that's not too bad. I'm trying to decide which way to turn. There we go.
Yeah.
And
Very
then, the Prairie Schooler stuff. Hocus Pocus.
Fun.
It's a weird time of night, so we're going to get some weird shadows. Boo to You. All those little ones. Isn't that fun? Love that.
Our friend Chrisanne was stitching a bunch of those last year.
Yes. Santa Rides, which I've been looking at for a long time.
I love that Santa in a hot air balloon.
Yeah, I figured that one kind of felt like you.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just great. So we'll see. Witching Hour.
Oh, look at those scary trees.
Yes, and they do on the back, they put a couple extra things.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. So there are usually a couple extra things on the back. Then this one is Cats, Bats, and Witches. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw this today, Cherrywood Designs. It's called My Heart is Quilted.
Oh, cute.
And then Katie has been a little obsessed with Blackbird. I think I told you guys that last week. So Octopus Garden.
Ooh, I like that.
That's in the Magical Mystery Tour series. So that was that bag. And then today, Kate, I gave you the whole bag. Here. So today, we also went to Quilter's Station out in Lee's Summit, which is close. Got this cute little bag that is stuffed to the brim. And you guys, I'm not really going to do this because this much of it is fabric.
Wow.
So Katie is like buying all the neutrals so that she can design on them. You got those? And then I'll give you the cute bag here in a minute. Then she also found Oh Joyous Day from Blackbird. I think this one is from last year. Really pretty. This year? Okay. Really pretty one. She got some needles. She got some floss. I don't think anything else different in there. Here, you can have this. I picked up the Scarlet House samplers. I just loved that.
Yeah, that's cute.
And I also picked up this Chessie and Me Piney Woods tray and pin keep.
Nice.
And this one is called Friends of the Old Mill Sampler. The Old Mill was my cross stitch shop for a long, long time, and they are no longer open, but I love that. And Chessie and me used to teach. Linda Lautenschlager, how's that? Used to teach a class every fall up there. So that's a cool one to have. Then Katie got from Annie B's Folk Art, Bunny and Bee. Oh, I think I need it this way.
Cute.
There we go.
I like that beehive in the A.
Isn't that cute? And she also found Bloom Chock Full.
Ah.
So, yep. That was her. So she is grabbing this stuff away from me. Right. And I'll have to figure out what in the world is mine and what is hers so that I get back, right? So that was stash. Was that enough?
That was quite a bit. I'll have to come shop your stash.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could. Okay, so next up is whips.
Okay. Oh, before I get to whips, I wanted to shout out a Flosstuber I watched this week. So new to me Flosstuber, and she only has 2 videos so far, so easy to catch up with. It's Stitches with Sphinxes.
Oh, you were saying that.
Yeah, and the reason why she stitches with sphinxes is she has 2 sphinx cats. And in the second video, you get to see one up close, and oh, so cute. But definitely go and check out her channel. Her videos are 15 to 20 minutes long. They're not long at all. And she stitches all the Plum Street. And right now she's working on something from the Frosted Pumpkin that I actually have kitted up and ready to go, so it's making me want to pull that out. But definitely check her out. Go send her some love. And she's a good follow on Instagram, too.
Cool. I watched a ton of Flosstube this week. I'm trying to catch back up with Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. I caught back up with Homesteading on the Home Front, Lynette, and Little One, and they have some cool stuff going. And I also, Two Martini Stitcher is one of my newer people that I'm watching, newer to me that I'm watching. And it's been fun to see the things that she does. She's the one doing a daily, why can't I think? She's doing a daily vlog on Stitch Mania. That's what I was trying to think of, was Stitch Mania. I also got online. You made me think. And I bought these from Modern Folk Embroidery.
Oh, yeah.
So this came in a pack. I got to cancel that. It was ready to show you the chart. And then I also, that's the same one. So it's only going to show me a couple of them in here. Here's one of the other ones.
Oh, cute.
And I just thought they were so pretty. So that'll be fun to do. And I also, listening to people, I love listening to Flosstube because you learn the best stuff. I think it was Julie who talked about there is a Jane Eyre sampler from the Little Stitcher that's a freebie.
Oh, wow.
And I really liked that. So. Anyway, that's some extra stash.
Nice.
Okay, now how about whips?
Okay, now we can talk about whips.
What are we starting with?
Well, the first thing that I worked on, and I showed my start on it last video, but I worked on Sunday on Light from Barbara Anna. So
mine in Honeycrisp.
Ooh, fun. And I am sure that we went completely different directions on her.
Yeah.
And excuse the hanging thread because I didn't put it to the back. But anyway, here's where I got to.
Oh, so pretty.
So I've got part of her dress going. I got the outline of the dress, and I'm doing, there's some little Quaker stars at the bottom of her dress there. So that's what I was stitching whenever I ended. And this is a a 28 count linen. I think it's just a Witchelt linen, but it's pretty, you can see it's pretty sheer. You can see me right through it. So it's been really nice to work on. I'm not going to have much margin on this. I had bought it for something else, but I thought that this was the perfect color for this since she's holding a lantern.
Okay, and mine is on a 28 count Witchelt linen, and you can see it's pretty sheer, right? Oh. So mine is, I thought of the name, doggone it. I can't think of it now. And I don't think I have the extra piece of it in here. It's a really pretty green, and those oranges are just showing up so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
So I really like it. I'm excited to get back to a lot of these.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just holding it, I was like, I really want to stitch on that some more.
What's the next one that you did?
Well, the next one I started is, the pattern's right underneath the piece that I have. I started Be Welcome from the Black Needle Society, which is the disembodied voice you hear on this video, Katie. And it's so cute. I just love this pattern. So a little backstory before I show you what I did. This we got as in our box for the Show Me retreat. And so it's like an exclusive color palette for the retreat. And then Katie is designing a brighter pattern. And I'm like, well, I want to do the exclusive one because I went to the retreat. But I also want to do the brighter one because I like bright colors. And Laura said, well, you could stitch it twice. It's like, well, that's true. I could stitch it twice.
Because I'm just helpful like that.
Right. But I already had the perfect piece of fabric, and it's only 1/8 of a yard. So I'm going to have to stitch it over one. And I thought it was 28 count, but it's 32 count. So it's the smallest over one stitching I've ever done. And it is a piece of color and cotton in the color Hickory. But anyway, this is my start on it.
So cute.
It's a little beehive, and I got a little bit of yellow in there. And just so you know how tiny it is. So
adorable.
Right. So that's my big start on that. I was able to get it all outlined though, so whenever I get back to it, I just have to fill in with the yellow there and then do the rest of it.
So stitches. I know that because I stitched that model and it was a lot. Mine was on like 36 count over 2, so it was going pretty quick, but yeah.
Right.
And that's the day that I started this.
Yes.
So.
All right. And then the next one we actually started together.
Yes. Kind of.
We both worked on Quilting Bee from the Blue Flower. And I'll show you the back of it because that's what the pattern is. On the other side, there's like really pretty finishing mat around it, but that's what the full pattern is.
I think that that tape on the bottom is from Lady Dot. I'd have to look at the pattern, but yeah.
Right. But anyway, I'm stitching this, and these stitches feel huge because I'm stitching it over 2 on 28 count, and that's what I switched to immediately after what I just shown you. And this is a Lugana from Color and Cotton in the color Moss, and that's my start on that. Thank you.
And you started like right in the middle.
I did, because I really like this fabric, and the fabric is more than big enough, and I wanted to be able to, whenever I framed this or however I end up finishing it, I really wanted to be able to show off some of the fabric. So I started right in the middle.
Okay, I started in the lower right corner, and I sent Keisha a picture, and I think I had less than 20 stitches in because I just could not see it. Well, what I figured out is that a month or so ago, the light in the living room burned out, and we had put a light bulb in there temporarily. And I've been saying, man, it feels really dark in here. But we had all forgotten about the bulb burning out. That's why I couldn't see anything.
Oh.
We put a new light bulb in, and it's like Oh, so anyway, I have this beautiful 40 count fabric. This may be some of Teresa's fabric. It is like really pretty greens with a big old dirty brown spot on it. But look, that is how wide the piece is. Normally I do a half cross and I just don't fully cross it when I'm using overdyes. But this is such a tight weave. I'm getting real close for you. I just left a hole every 10 stitches.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and the thing that I think it's going to help is that when you are stitching on this thing, there are all these little motifs along the bottom. So now I feel like it'll be good that I did that because I'll have those spaces to help with placement. And I'll go back and fill those in at the end.
Yeah.
With that row.
Yeah, that'll definitely make cutting it, easier.
So, because I love this fabric. It's beautiful. And once I got under the better light, it really went so much smoother. But I thought, I tried putting it on Q snaps, which I don't use.
Right.
And that didn't make any difference. And I was really struggling. So.
Well, I'm glad that the light is going to make it better because that fabric is really pretty.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's like all of these colors. This is a little bag from a box that Katie got in, and she's like, would you use a little bag like this? Well, yes, it holds everything just perfect. So, and then day, right?
Yes, Hot Run Holiday. So I'm working on Christmas at Hot Run Hollow, and I'm working on this block. And let me tell you, not a whole lot of progress happened because I was just tired that day. Anyway, this is what it looks like now. I got the bottom of the tree stand there, a couple letters over here, and then this bell, and then this G. So not a whole lot, but I really, really like this block. I'm excited for next Thursday.
Me too, because I'm thinking maybe if I really sit down and stitch all day, maybe I could get there. So mine is a year at Hawk Run Hollow, and I am on this gorgeous May block. And I'm going to show you, I worked really hard last week, and I was here.
Right.
And I worked really hard to get the fence post filled in because that was a lot of solid stitching. And this week, oh, come on. I put my needle through. I realized my needle was still on my needle minder, so I put it through later. So, of course, I have pinned my fabric all together. So this week, this is how far I am.
Wow.
Oh, how about this?
Yeah, there we go. Wow.
So I was pretty happy with that. I actually counted because one of my friends was talking about how many stitches she's put in this year. And I figured it up, and it was, I think it worked out to be about 300 stitches a day. And, I know that I am a quick stitcher. And like I can put in 300 stitches in an hour if it's solid stitching. Now, if I'm switching a lot, it's not that fast, but I know that solid stitching, I can do that. I put in 1,254 stitches on Thursday.
Wow.
That was a big day.
And everyone, that is pretty fast because I know if I'm stitching just a solid block of color, I'm lucky to get 100 in an hour. And definitely, I mean, I do like a stitch a minute maybe. So
it depends on the count of the fabric, and it depends on what I'm doing. So that fabric is 36 count straw from Weeks Dye Works, and I am having a bit of a hard time with it, but better under the lights.
Right.
Anyway, and then today we have a new start. Have you already started yours?
Well, I don't have a new start today. I'm working on one of my whips.
That's right. That's right. Sorry.
That's okay. And it's well, I don't think I brought it in here. I maybe have put a grand total of 10, 15 stitches in it today because I worked a little bit more on Quilting Bee today.
We're both pulling our phones out to show you what we're going to do.
Right. But I am going to be working on In the Forest from Stitch Rovia.
Such a cute one.
I love this one so much, and I'm hoping, I don't know that I'll get a finish this weekend on it, because I'm not going to start anything new tomorrow. I know you're starting your ornament, but I'm going to work on this both days, and I'm going to my parents' house tomorrow, so
yeah.
I'm not going to have a whole lot of stitching time, but I'm going to get pretty close to a finish on it, so I'm looking forward to that.
So this is mine. It's Satsuma Street Forest. So hold your forest up too.
Okay.
They look very different, but it just always makes me think of your piece because, you know, they're such cute designers and they did such lovely work on these.
Right.
So I'm really excited about this. And this is what that piece of fabric is for that I showed you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do, I was talking about doing more of a fall themed piece of fabric, but I decided I would just go ahead and go with something light because the flosses are just going to be really pretty in it.
Right.
Okay, how about plans? What do we have coming up?
Okay, well, after we finish that, I'm trying to see if, okay, there we go. And this is one that probably most of you have seen. But I'm going to be working on Quotes to Live By.
I love that.
From Stitch Rovia, and I'm probably going to be working on this top part here. I have a whole bunch of pink to fill in there. So that's probably what I'm going to be spending those days on, is trying to finish filling that in. So it's a Stitch Rovia heavy week for me.
There you go. I don't have my ornament out for tomorrow, but it is one from the Cross Stitch and from the Just Cross Stitch annual ornament issue, and it's called Joy, and it's from June Griggs Designs. I want to say that it's like the 1998 magazine, and it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited about it. And then on Monday, when Keisha starts her or works on her Stitch Rovia, sorry, I'm going to start this from Stitch Rovia. And it was in a magazine. I have pocket mags on here. So this is from, let me find the front. It is from Cross Stitcher magazine. I wanted to see if it told me which issue it is. I don't think it does, but it looks like this. It's got some really cute stuff in it. Really cute patterns in it.
Yeah.
So, and you know, like, there are just some really cute things. Actually, look at this. Is that what our friend Jean just stitched?
It looks a lot like it, but I don't think hers had any elephants. I think hers was more of a, like, woodland animals.
Okay. I couldn't remember for sure. It just made me think of her.
It does look a lot like the one that she just did.
And then, what do we have after that?
Well, then we're going to work on Hawk Run Hollow on Thursday, of course. And then on Saturday, we're going to be working on The Evil Queen from Bendy Stitchy Designs.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to work on this one. Oh my gosh. I can't even tell you. I'm so excited. And this was a freebie in the Magical Stitches and Literature group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. And I want to show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my happy planner.
Uh-huh. Oh, fun!
So that is my month so far, and I am marking things as I work on them. I got everything transferred to some stickers. Katie and I found a pack when we were out a couple weeks ago, and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and play with it. And last night at about 1:00 in the morning, I'm like, huh, look at this. They made these little stickers so that it doesn't cover up the date in the book. I
Oh,
kind of
nice.
like that. So I started just putting things in, and when I got done, I just needed a few extra things to fill in the empty spaces, so I filled some stuff in there.
Nice.
So this year is really kind of a play, learn how to use this type year, and obviously I'm just starting with it, so I do have a little set up in June.
Ooh, fun.
So,
Yeah. I think June is going to bring me lots of work on the things that we started this month because I am eager to get back to everything. And maybe a little bit of super secret stitching.
Oh yeah. So I decided I put this one in for our Hawk Run Hollow. I don't know if you can see it. And then I put all these little
fun.
Because it's the whole thing. And I thought, oh, well, I could have done that. And I had already written Hawk Run Hollow in by hand on here. So I found all these little hearts in all the different colors.
That's fun.
All the way down. And because yesterday was such a big day, I wrote in how many stitches and gave myself an extra bonus sticker there. So.
Oh, awesome.
So it's just kind of a fun thing. And
yeah.
I scrapbooked for a long time, and I just kind of enjoy the silliness and the fun with it. So.
Oh my gosh, have you watched Michelle's, not the one that came out today, but the one that came out last week, her Flosstube?
No, I've missed it. I have to catch up with her.
Okay, you need to catch up with it. And this, if you haven't seen Michelle Bendy's last Flosstube from last Saturday, she's doing a thing where she has like all of these really cute journals. And she has been putting her smalls in there. She's been finishing them and putting her smalls in that book and then writing a little bit about like the experience of stitching the small and everything.
How fun.
So she's making like a little scrapbook of her small finishes because a lot of the time, especially with these Be Well and Stitch freebies, what are you going to do with them? I mean, you can only have so many little pillows and things around. So I just thought that was a really cool idea.
I have a series from Cottage Garden Samplings, and I can't even tell you what it's called. Maybe it's called like my stitching journal, my stitching scrapbook, something like that. And she designed 12 monthly designs, and then she designed one thing that you could put on the cover of like a scrapbook. And so I had thought, oh, it would be so fun if I would stitch every one and put it in my scrapbook and then have photos from the month in there.
Right.
I think I'm on May.
Oh.
And
goes cross stitch.
Yeah, I've had it for, oh my, I can't even tell you how long I've had it. But I've done 4 full months plus I'm in the middle of January. So January. I'm in the middle of May on it. So, but yeah, at night, I thought that would be kind of a cool thing because it would combine some things that I enjoy.
Right.
So, and then I think the other thing that I'm doing, and I don't know if you're going to jump in and play or not, but on the 31st, you can see I left my little tag blank down here because on the 31st, I am doing some sort of craziness with Halloween stitches. I know a lot of people do like Darktober stitching, and a lot of people just do Halloween on the 13th and the 31st. And I just thought, oh, one more, that won't hurt. I do have a couple of really cute patterns that I borrowed from our friend Vicky. That, at least one of them could be considered Halloweenish, and I may just start it and see how far it goes. It's not real big. And other than that, I'll just have to play. I have a whole little Halloween bag that sits next to my spot.
I don't know. We might just have to see where I'm at because the one that we're starting on the 30th, the Evil Queen, doesn't look like it will take that long to stitch. And if I'm getting pretty close to finishing it, I may abandon you on the 31st and finish that up.
Well, we could consider that Halloweenish.
That's true. It's pretty scary. It's a
You'll
poison
just
apple.
continue with that one, right?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And then, like, I've been checking in with other Flosstubers because I have been working like a mad woman here. And I've been stitching a lot, and I have been thinking, oh, I need to get back to that whip. I need to get back to that whip. I need to get back to that whip. I have a project for a friend that she gave me all the stuff to do for her. I need to get back to that. So I may pull out some of my whips and not stitch on my mania pieces that I'm dying to work on until I get some progress on those whips. So June for me will be Whip-tastic June, and that's what I wrote up in the corner of my book.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And I'm going to go through my whips and pull out some things that I really want to see some progress in and see what kind of goals I can set. And maybe if I reach a goal in a week, then I will let myself work on one of those mania projects too.
But may I tempt you with an idea that I have had? So,
yes.
With all of the COVID-19 things that are happening and the shelter in place and not being able to have large gatherings, I haven't really been able to have a baby shower, guys, which is sad because I'd like to be able to celebrate my little guy with my friends and family, and of course I'm gonna go see my parents this weekend. I'm sure my friends will do things, but I thought in lieu of having a baby shower, what if we just all stitched something together and called it my baby shower? Because I like to stitch things. And as you saw, I just bought a Heaven and Earth design pattern that I want to stitch for the baby's room. So I think sometime in June, and we could even make it June 20th, since that's the day you always start something new. And I looked, and June 20th is a Saturday. We could start a baby shower sal. And my idea is to do something with sheep, since we're doing the nursery and sheep. So if you have something with sheep, stitch on that. Or stitch on something blue because I'm having a baby boy. Or just stitch on something that you're stitching for someone you love. And it could be you. You could love yourself. That's fine.
Just choose your project to stitch in honor of Keisha's baby shower.
Yeah, and so we'll just all have a great big stitching baby shower on June 20th. How does that sound to everyone?
That sounds fun. We'll have to have a hashtag.
Yes, so I'll be thinking of it, and so we'll use a hashtag on Instagram because, of course, I would love to see everything that everyone is stitching.
Maybe it could be hashtag Keisha's baby shower sal.
Sounds good to me. Sounds well, except for then you have to know how to spell my name. But you'll get it. It's fine. I'll just follow every possible spelling of Keisha.
So, they can just go look for one of us and we can have it set up and put in there.
Right. So anyway, everyone be thinking about that if you want to participate. Sheep or blue or for someone you love. June 20th. Let's all do it. Have us a baby shower.
Woohoo! That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Something else to put in my planner.
Right. And you start new things on the 20th. So I'm giving you a way to participate without destroying your Whip-tastic June.
Yeah, and I will have, so that means I'll actually have 2 starts during June because I'll have our Hawk Run Hollow and I'll have one for your baby shower.
Fun.
I've already found a pattern that I think I would like to do, and I'll have to figure out if that's what I'm going to go with.
Okay, awesome. So, yeah, and we'll mention it again before it happens because June 20th is quite a ways away. But just be thinking about it.
I think it's only, like 4 weeks?
Oh, yep. This baby is coming sooner than I think.
And that happens to be Father's Day weekend, too. So, there's should be a lot of family time that if you're spending time with your family, you can sit down and stitch and say, I'm doing this because I'm thinking of the people I love.
Right.
So, anyway, I think that's about it.
I think so.
So thank you so much for tuning in for the second half if you came back for this whole thing and hanging in there with us. This is a long one today because Katie had mad stash. And thank you.
Had mad rambles.
Yes. Thank you for liking and subscribing and all
thank you for being here.
Comments.
Yes.
Keisha and I don't know if either one of us answered comments this week, but we do get back and look at all of our comments and we try and mark something with each one.
Right. Well, and I usually do that at least by the time we film on Sundays, but we just impromptu film today. So I'll probably, as soon as we're done recording, go through and answer everyone's comments.
Yeah. So, and remember to watch for our collaboration. Those, we haven't talked with the other ladies, so we aren't sure when we're releasing those, but it'll be within the next few days, and I think it'll be fun.
Yes, it'll be great.
But that should be it.
Yes.
Okay, so until next time, bye, Stitchers.
Bye. Have a good week.